I know all about Breaking Bad, Ozark, all these popular ones. I haven't got on Game of Thrones, so anyway.
These videos is the best thing we're doing because we're helping more people than I ever imagined. Because, you know, when you have a perspective of life and you have a mission,
Sure.
and you know what it is, it makes things so much easier.
It really does. You have a direction to go.
You know, like right now while we're talking, I just had a bunch of bad news right before you walk in the door. I really didn't feel like doing these talks. I'm doing a deal right now in the art of the deal, and the deal's not going the way I want, and I'm not very happy about it.
Right.
But I'm not gonna let you guys know that I'm not very happy because it won't do y'all one bit of good.
Yeah.
Y'all can't, you know, I don't want no sympathy. What happened? I just received a new challenge.
Yeah.
That renewed my purpose, and that now I know what my mission is.
Well,
And it changes all the time. So now I have resolved to go out and make the best as I possibly can.
And I realize that, you know, and challenges are always present. Around every corner, there's a new challenge. And if you're not seeing challenges in your life, then you're not moving enough.
Yeah, you aren't doing anything.
You're sitting on the couch too much. I can tell you that. Maybe you're watching too much Netflix. I've been there, done that. I'm not calling you out, Will.
No, just watch 50 episodes.
Look,
Binge watching for 3 days.
I know all about Breaking Bad, Ozark, all these popular ones. I haven't got on Game of Thrones, so anyway. But
I can't do Game of Thrones. There's too much skin on that. I can't watch that. I'm a carnal man. I can't.
yeah,
I've been in profession forever. If I watch that.
Well, I'm definitely can't watch it either. Then, so you know, talking about challenges is. It brings me up to my working out, and not just working out, but getting my son and his friend. They wanted to start working out, so my son says, "Dad, you're really a bad trainer. I want a new trainer." I said, "So well, I'll take that as a compliment because I'm harder than you, and you're gonna benefit if you gain the mindset that I have." Because this is how I work out. If I have 20 reps, if I do, 1 all the way to 20, I don't stop at 20. I go 21 and I do 20. I count 20. So I'll always do one more. And if you get into that habit of doing one more, just one more, you're gonna set yourself apart from so many people, and it ain't that hard to do it. The extra mile.
That's right.
The extra mile. There's a lot of room along the extra mile, I can tell you that.
Yeah, in Agmendino. Yeah. In one of Agmendino's books, one of the laws is do one extra thing every day.
Yeah.
Do one extra
Sure.
thing. And my wife would always say, "You're gonna do one more thing when you're coming home." I said, "I gotta get this thing done, and then one more thing." Yeah.
There was always one more.
There's one more thing. I can get one more.
One more thing.
Yeah, but if all this was easy,
Everybody.
and then it's not happening. So it's all a challenge every day to keep doing it.
It is, and I just like we practice giving and charitable acts and gratitude as well, being thankful for what we have. I intentionally practice challenges. I put myself in situations to challenge myself. If I look at something, it's like, and kind of look at a situation like, oh man, I don't know about that. And then as soon as I say, I don't know, it's like, okay, I'm going to it. Because I know that's where I need to go to really make myself grow and get better. Not just get better, but be better and to be the best I can be for the people around me.
Well, I like to challenge you in the art of receiving compliments. Because we always want to give, but people often give back to us.
Sure.
And a lot of people get awkward when they're given a compliment or they are given something.
Yeah.
And they want to say, it's common. People like, oh, it's not all that, or they try to play down a compliment. And I was guilty of that. But you know what the correct answer is for anything is thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, just thank you. Man, that's a nice haircut. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. That's a nice shirt. Thank you, but you can't have it.
Well, thank you.
No, I'm talking about my shirt.
Oh, well, I thought you were talking about mine because I like mine as well.
Yeah, but your shirt is very nice.
I mean, it's nice for me.
That's right.
You know, you know, for example. Hey, thanks, man. I like yours too. Maybe I'll work up to get there one day. But you know, even when people, you know, say things like, "Hey, Jason, why did you shave your head? You had a head full of hair. What's wrong with you?" You know the proper response? Thank you. Because that might be the best they can do.
Right.
From where they're coming. You don't have to feed into what they're saying. You don't have to get into that because they probably don't mean anything by it other than that they are trying to compliment you, but they don't do it as eloquently as some people can.
Right.
So I learned that from Jack Canfield, the author of Chicken Soup for the Soul.
Right.
When someone comes to you and it sounds like a criticism, like a dig, just say, "Well, thank you. I appreciate that," and move on. Because it's hard to do because you want to retaliate and react to it, but it's best to respond to everything.
Yeah. Well, this is like okay. We didn't introduce ourselves on this episode here, but we're just kind of carrying on. So, what would you want to leave our viewers with today? So we already talked about Mr. Bo James, and that's from the previous episode.
Sure.
So we talking about working out.
Yeah, we talked about quite a bit of, you
Why don't
know,
you wrap
we
us
talked
up?
about parenting. I would say, you know, this is really important to me, and this is something I told my son, and I don't know if he received this as the way I would hope he would have received it, but I do know one thing now, that how you do anything is how you do everything.
Yeah.
And everything you do matters. You may think it doesn't. You may think it's like, oh well, I'm just gonna chill out and I'm not gonna do this, or I'm gonna avoid this person or do that, or whatever it may be. But everything you do matters. So I would challenge, our viewers, I challenge each other to look at life that it matters. Because ultimately it does. And if you have any unresolved, things or feelings, out there, then I would encourage you to try to find a way to make peace with those things and search for the meaning behind why it's causing the discomfort in your life.
Sounds good. So get this off for today unless you got something else.
No, I have plenty more, but I'll be quiet.
Checking out. See y'all next time. God bless.
Take care.